Hey everybody, welcome to That's Good Stuff, the show where we review pop culture's newest releases. And this week, the newest release was Masters of the Universe. So, adaptation of the 1980s toy line cartoon. Also had a movie in 87. Had some more cartoons. Known as He-Man in the Masters of the Universe sometimes. It's a Mattel toy line. I've seen Mattel before. They did Barbie or something.
Mm,
Do they do a Matchbox, or is that Hot Wheels? That's Hot Wheels, I
Hot
think.
Wheel,
So the Matchbox is a movie coming out, right?
I
This
think.
movie was directed by Travis Knight. Is he known for anything?
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee and Kubo and the Two Strings. Also that Wildwood movie. So
Mm,
guess he works with them. Ah, he must be the guy. Because I kept seeing like those things they put at the beginning of movies when you're at the movie theater and they're like, "Come see our movie." I
mm.
guess he was that because there was a third guy with like
Oh, yeah.
He-Man and Tila, and I didn't know who that guy was. I'm like, who is that
Yeah.
guy? So I guess that's the director. Um, it stars Nicholas
I,
Galazine,
uh, hold on.
Galalzine as Prince Adam slash He-Man.
Galitzine.
Galitzine.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Cinderella. He also has Jared Leto. He's in there. Alison Brie, Kristen Wiig, Camille Mendez. Where's Idris Elba? He's there somewhere. He's there. So yeah. So the plot of the movie is if you know He Man, you pretty much know it. It's Eternia is a great place. They got a little Prince Adam there, but then Skeletor's forces invade, and they throw Prince Adam in a wormhole so he can get to Earth with the Sword of Power. And while he's falling to Earth, he loses. He had one job, which was to hold on to that sword, and he couldn't do that because he's a little wimpy boy. Uh, and he drops the sword, so he spends the next I don't know how old was he when he fell? I don't know.
Was it
He's
like 15 years or something?
yeah, for the next 15 years trying to find his sword, and everyone thinks he's weird because he's looking for this sword, but he's a grown man, and they're like, "Why are you looking for swords?" And even the people at work are like, "You shouldn't be on company time looking for weird swords and stuff." But nothing will deter him because he's got to go and he's got to find that sword, and he eventually does, and that alerts Tila and Beastman for some reason. Um, and Tila saves him from Earth, brings him to Eternia, where he finds out everybody's pretty much been enslaved by Skeletor, including his parents. And so now he has to pretty much go on an adventure to free everyone and save Eternia. So that's kind of the real quick plot rundown of the movie. So going into this movie, I grew up with He Man. He was always around. I wouldn't say I was like a He Man fan, but I knew He Man, and I liked. There was a series that came out like I want to in the early 2000s, I think. So that He Man and Thundercats got like a rebooted series, and those are really good. I hear the Netflix series isn't good. Well, I hear the first season is terrible, and then they try to fix it in the second season. And then Thundercats, man, it's just like Teen Titans Go now, so that makes me sad. But yeah, so I knew He Man. I liked He Man going into this. I knew what to expect from it. But what did you expect going into He Man, Jonah?
So I knew like pretty much nothing about Masters of the Universe except that there's a character named He-Man, there's a character named Skeletor, so
Yeah,
I didn't
from the
really go in
memes.
with yeah, I didn't really go in with any expectations, but I did like Bumblebee, which is this guy's previous work, so I guess that was something to go off of. So now if he does Thundercats, I'll have like a little 80s trilogy.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
I don't know how you do Thundercats, but
Yeah, it would cost
it'd
a
be like
lot of money.
cats.
Yeah, it cost a lot of money. It looked like cats.
Hmm.
Um, well, I would say that this movie looks pretty good.
Hmm.
Movies have been looking pretty bad recently, but this one looks, I thought, really good. I mean, there's some places where the CG was kind of weird, but the costuming is great. All the costumes look like the characters, which is kind of rare.
Skeletor looks like exactly like accurate.
Skeletor is the standout of this movie. We'll talk about, but especially his look. His look's very cool. His eyes glow red, and they have like this After Effect kind of thing. Looks really awesome. He looks cool. His face moves and stuff like that. Looks really smooth. So yeah, Eternia looks great. It's not all like muddy, dark. You can see everything. It's a bright movie. So yeah, special effects, costuming were great. And then what else? A standout also would be like the music. It's very 80s. A lot of 80s representation
And
in the
Brian May
songs.
in it
Brian May from Queen. They used the Highlander song, so it's Princes of the Universe. So, and then they have like an original He-Man song that sounds very much like the Flash Gordon song that Queen
is
did.
the darkness.
Yeah, the Darkness did it. And they sound like the when Queen did the music for
Hmm.
Flash Gordon. So yeah, they lean heavily into 80s stuff. The comedy is very hit and miss. 'Cause it takes a while to hit, I would say. Because
Yeah.
I didn't really like the stuff. I mean, in the real world, when I first saw the trailers and everything, it's like, man, I hope they don't spend a lot of time in the real world, and they don't. But it does take up like the first half hour of the movie, and that was more than enough because I mean, it's definitely the weakest part of the movie,
You didn't
and
really like, need it either.
yeah, you don't really
It could
need
have
it.
just all been on Eternia.
I don't mind that he came to Earth, because like his mom is half Earthling, so I don't mind that they did it. But yeah, I was just happy to get off of Earth. I'm really glad they didn't go back at the end like a lot of movies would
Hmm.
do and just go back. Um, so the comedy, like I said, hit and miss. I think it works most of the time, and there was a lot of funny. Skeletor, like we see, Skeletor is really funny in the movie. Um, he really hams it up. And it's good balance because he is kind of an intimidating villain, but he's also like thinks everyone around him is stupid. So
Hmm.
they make a lot of fun of that. Um, so that was good. The music was good. The story, the plot itself is pretty much basic origin story stuff. It's not inventive at all. It doesn't do anything great.
I
I
like
do,
that he remembers everything in this one though, because usually they'd have him like forget and then they have to like
yeah,
remind him of everything.
yeah, that is fun, and I did think it was kind of clever that all the people's names, because they have goofy names in the
Yeah.
cartoon, so I thought it was very clever that they made it. Adam just gave them the names; they were like
Hmm.
his nicknames for them, because he didn't really know
For
their names.
for a second, I thought they were gonna go directions like Team like invented the toys in the 80s and it was like based
Yeah,
on his memories.
yeah, so I thought that was a pretty clever way to do it. The acting, it's like I said, Jerry Leto'll stand out. Idris Elba's good. I liked
Hmm.
him as Man at War. He-Man, he's good, but he's a big goofball, and that's the way he's supposed to be. So you can't
Hmm.
really do much with this character. The guy that plays Adam looks like he's gonna cry. Like every time when he's Adam and not He-Man, he always looks like he's gonna about to cry. They have that annoying, like his roommate's annoying. You would expect that from a movie like this. So luckily he's not in it that much. Tila, I didn't hate her, but I didn't like her.
I
She
liked her.
You liked her? She just didn't. like stand out enough. I think she didn't. She wasn't like she did. There was never a point where she kind of stole the show. I would say. Um, and then there's like a bunch of characters. Allison Bree's in it. A bunch of like the bad guys and sidekicks and stuff like that. I mean, they're fine.
Mm,
Roboto, Kristen Wiig's character gets kind of laughs, but I mean, it's we've seen this kind of robot character all the time.
mm,
Kind of reminds you of the Solo robot.
yeah.
Um, so, any character stuff stand out to you?
Like you said, Jared Leto for some reason just he spent like years trying to like turn himself into a different person, like method acting, and he finally did it with this.
I know that'd be funny if he had like he just turned into Skeletor on the set. He
Gets
was
an Academy Award for Skeletor.
just calling everyone stupid and stuff like that.
hmm I think everyone else just does fine. Like they do
Yeah.
what they need to do. I think Idris Elba did kind of stand out a lot because he usually doesn't get like this big of a role in these type of movies, so it's
Hmm.
fun to see him get a bigger role.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
hated the Battle Cat.
you hated Battle
He
Cat?
was annoying.
Well, he's annoying.
Yeah.
Prettier.
Mm,
I didn't even remember that he talked, but yeah, he did talk in the
yeah.
cartoon. Orko is not in it. Well, he is, but we'll talk about that. But Orko is super annoying for people my age, but
Oh, was he the
it,
guy at the end?
yeah, he's the little floating wizard guy.
The Final Fantasy looking guy?
Yeah. So in the cartoon, he's just kind of the annoying sidekick.
Mm,
I don't know if he should have been in it more, maybe, but maybe that would bug the fans. This movie's been weird to just the fan reaction to this movie's been weird from stuff I'm seeing because a lot of people like the movie, but the fan base is very divided. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think what it is a generation thing because 80s cartoons, He Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, they were all pretty goofy. If you go back and watch them, they're not
hmm
like cartoons today. They are really goofy. And for people like me, you just remember that. You remember that they're basically commercials and they're very goofy. And
I think
so,
people have more of an attachment to the toys than they did in like the cartoons and stuff.
yeah. And then I think the younger generation doesn't really know how to handle it. Like they expect it to be Conan or something, and He-Man is not Conan. Um, it's not supposed to
Well,
be serious.
it feels a little too much like Thor Ragnarok or like the Aquaman movie.
I've seen that, yeah.
It feels like they didn't know what to do with He-Man for a while until those came out, so they finally like had an idea of what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because I remember like during the 2010s, there was like a lot of rumors of this where they wanted like a really like dark and gritty like He-Man, but that never got made. So they finally just settled on just making it goofy.
Yeah. All right, so spoilers, I guess we'll go through the ending and then some of the Easter eggs and stuff like that. So the ending is, typical stuff. I did like the messaging in this movie because that was kind of a big fear. It's like, is it going to be like a modern movie, or is it have a lot of modern messaging? But it didn't. It was fine. It was very positive about um like a man's role, and basically the man has to be a protector, and that's like his main role, and that's what they did. It just
I thought
felt
it was a
kind of.
little weird because like the first half, like him on Earth and everything, I thought it kind of like got like the message like if you don't like now, just like kind of go back like into nostalgia kind of. So it's like
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know if they're going for that, but I know people would probably take it that way. So,
Yeah, because he does when he is on Earth. He works for an HR company, so they're making a big
hmm.
joke about that, how bad HR is and stuff like that. So he's kind of hates it, and it's kind of a big joke. And they can make jokes like that. I really liked at the end. where he's like, "All right, we're gonna, let's talk this out, Skeletor. Let's get down to why you're bad and let's like empathize with you." And Skeletor's like, "No, I'm just evil. I'm a
Yeah.
villain." So
I
I did
like
it.
yeah, I liked early on too when he's like, there has to be something more to this, and she's like, he has a skull for a face.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that because we get these villains nowadays where they try to make them sympathetic, and it's terrible. So
Well,
that
it just depends on the villain, because
yeah, if you're written
that
right,
could be like great, but for Skeletor, that wouldn't really fit. So it just depends on what you're doing.
yeah. So I think that was a funny little joke that they put to modern
Hmm.
movies.
And again, like the best parts of like the Earth scenes are in that climax, like when it
That
goes
was
back to
really
Earth, kind
cool.
of.
I was gonna ask you about that. Did you like with Skeletor taking him time kind of
Yeah.
into He-Man's mind?
Hmm.
That was kind of cool. And then we see like they have a lot of Skeletor jokes where he's like wearing like modern day stuff, and
He just
it's
slaps a guy in HR.
yeah, it's just very funny stuff. So I did like that.
There's also a
Um,
cameo from Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren is in it. He shows up. That was very cool. Not much other cameos though that I can
Mm-mm.
think of. They do play the meme song.
Hmm.
It's in there. So,
It was
um,
weird for us because we did get the Street Fighter trailer before this, so they played again. So
oh yeah, true. I did get that too. So it was on both. What else? I forgot what I was gonna ask you. The action was cool. I thought
yeah.
a lot of cool action scenes. I like in the beginning that scene where they're taking over Eternia. I thought that was really
Hmm.
cool. Um, the the actual Masters of the Universe don't get a lot of screen time, and they're probably the weakest part because there's a lot more of them. I think
Hmm.
we got to focus on like the popular ones or the ones people know. Um, so like even the villains too, there wasn't too much of the villains actually. So
Yeah.
I mean, they have a bunch of toys, so there's a ton of people they could
Yeah.
use, but they're kind of afterthoughts. The last fight with He-Man and Skeletor was pretty fun.
Hmm.
When He-Man kind of unleashes his Superman power and he's like glowing and stuff. That's cool. Did you stay for the after credits?
Yes.
So there was three of them. Um, I'll try to remember this because Orko is one of them, and he kind of
Hmm.
does the PSA because like after every He-Man episode, they would have PSAs. So that was kind of his job in this movie. And then the
Now
next
it
one,
just remind me of like if they make a G.I. Joe movie, are they gonna do that? With like the
no,
soldiers.
knowing is half the battle. And then the second one introduces She-Ra, which was the spin-off cartoon for He-Man. And as you know, she's like his sister, and she got placed on a different planet. So they show that, which is pretty cool, I guess. I don't think we'll
Hmm.
ever get a She-Ra movie, but it was nice. Now I think you have to have her in again just for the fan
Yeah.
service. And then the very last one is pretty much Skeletor. His skull's on the ground, and Evil Lyn comes and picks it up and takes it
Hmm.
away, and he laughs. Laughed a long time.
Yeah.
While I was walking out, he was still laughing. um,
That was interesting because I think like the 80s He-Man one was like one of the first movies to have like an after credit scene. So
really,
it's funny that it is like Skeletor teasing Skeletor again.
I was surprised they had three. I didn't
Yeah.
expect like much, but they had three of them. So I was like, old school Marvel.
Hmm.
Um, anything else from this?
I mean, it's like a fun time.
It's a fun popcorn movie.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it again when it comes out on video. I think
Yeah.
it's like one of those ones that you could see them showing on cable a lot
Hmm.
on Saturdays and stuff like that. So yeah, if you like He Man, you'll like this movie. if you don't like He-Man, you probably won't like this
Yeah,
movie. It's not gonna change your mind or anything. But if you like fun 80s kind of goofiness, you'll like this movie. And it's just a movie to have fun at. It's not a movie to overthink about.
it is better like to go in expecting like a more a comedy than
But yeah,
like
then
action fantasy than
yeah, it's
kind
not
of thing.
Conan. It's not a
Yeah,
Conan movie. I even like how they had Conan kind of in the movie,
what was
where
that?
the guy holding the sword,
Oh yeah,
and he's like, I forget they call him Turok or something. It's like Turok,
that
let go
scene
of
was
my sword.
funny
Yeah, let go of my sword.
when he's like going to each person like thinking they're the person
Oh
who called him.
yeah, do you have my sword? Yeah. And then at the end, he takes his roommate to Eternia. I thought he
Yeah.
should have took someone else too, just because a lot of people were doubting him. Maybe that girl from the date he went on at the beginning.
Hmm.
He should have brought her too, just to be like, "See, I was right." I did like that too when he's boarding the ship leaving
Yeah.
Earth, and he's like, "I was right." So yeah, He-Man, fun time. Check it out if you can. Didn't make too much money, so I don't expect a sequel.
Yeah.
Um, Mattel, I don't know. Mattel made a lot with Barbie. Didn't make a lot with He-Man. What did
I
they
think
got
they
any
are
more
planning like Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels? Eh,
I don't know what you do with it,
I
but
know because they're doing Matchbox in Hot Wheels. I don't know. Because maybe be like Need for Speed and no one like that.
yeah.
So yeah, like, subscribe, and notify yourself. Tell us what you thought of the movie, and notify yourself for even more good stuff to come. We will see you next time.